So we're gonna see how much nesos I make this week. I already collected the stuff. So this week we make 4.4 million on the shade, but the shade has been leveling and doing peaks. So it does make a difference. And shade did one weekly boss, and that is sickness. So we get the glove. For the paladin, the main paladin, I already collected the loot earlier. So we got an Absolab shoes, a cup, a helmet, and then the hat. In terms of nesos, we got about 15 million. The reason for that is because I won the Papillari's 8 million gold and a couple of 1 or 2 million golds from the other weekly boss. So altogether, I end up with 15 million. Yeah, this week is gonna be a fat amount of nesos. All right, next one we're gonna do, I think Corsair. Yep, we're gonna do Corsair. The second pad I just bought, so it didn't do any boss, so no nesos. Let's collect. This one did not do sickness last week, but it did. I did upgrade this to a sickness ult this week. So we got 1.1 mil. That's not bad. Um, it's all right. Could be better though, cause this Corsair is doing harder boss, which is pink being an alien. All right, for this one is same thing as Corsair, pink being an alien. No sickness though, no sickness. Um, okay, so it got 1.6 million total. It's a lot better. Next we have Marksman. Marksman have no equipment, so only thing it did was daily boss and including pink being an alien. Okay, we got 1.45 mil, so about 1.4 mil. I like days like this, my neso just goes up after spending a lot of nesos this week upgrading. So this week we got like a 4K Legion upgrade. So we're gonna do more daily boss next week. So I expect more nesos. Or for hero we got 1.7 mil. The reason why hero is a little bit higher because hero is doing every single daily boss on the highest difficulty except a normal pap and easy sickness. So if we got the easy sickness gold, it should increase a little bit. I can't find it. Oh well, we're just gonna move on to the next character. Once I collect everything, I'll show you guys a spreadsheet to see which what I got. This is a new character. Didn't do any daily balls. We skipped. This is also a new character. They're both level 200. We'll be doing daily balls on these two next week. And then we have the Shadower. Okay, Shadower, we got 690k. Got a loot though. We take that. Again, daily balls do I don't track because every time I get anything, I just immediately sold it because I don't want to hold for too long because the price will go down. So this is only tracking day weekly nesos. Doesn't track the items. The only items that we see is the weekly boss items. All right. This is like a new Paladin edition from last week's. So you guys didn't see this last week, but this is addition. This is 600k. But yeah, you know, this like basically we're seeing characters that does this, which is everything up to easy arc, is getting less than 100k per day on average. So it's definitely less than previous weeks. But there's not much you could do about this, right? It's just the power of pro gamers. Um, you guys are seeing the 1 million gains for me in the other character because they're level 200. They're doing extra bosses, which is the aliens and pink beam, because that's an extra row, like two extra rows. So it does help out a lot over the course of 7 days. This is also a new addition character, um, added from last week. So it's just 1.3 mil. This is the second Mercedes. I'm gonna get to level 200 and sell this, and that's gonna pay for a lot of upgrades. I'm not making upgrades to my paladin because it's just strong enough. I'm mostly making upgrades to the dex set because I have a dex. I'm working on a dex set very slowly though, but I'm also using my event cubes on the warrior absol app. So gonna use the free cubes to get it to like unique or maybe a legendary. But unique is the short-term goal. All right, so this Fandom is less than 600k, right? So you guys can see um once we finish, I'll show you guys like all the characters that's level 140. You will see they make a lot less now. All right, Buck is did really well, 1.1 million. But this is not the average though, right? This character just got lucky. And the last character is Aaron. I'm not gonna do Aaron anymore after this week. I have way too many bossing characters right now, and Aaron's daily boss is like very not fun to do. It's a lot more effort compared to the other ones. So this is the last week of Aaron. and this is 600K. Uh, so yeah, I have enough on my plate right now, so we're gonna skip Aaron. I already got rid of the pets. See, I already took it out. So now, we'll show you the summary, right? So in summary, guys, this is from a week ago. I mean, this is 2 weeks ago. This is last week, and then this is this week, right? So the reason why this week is a lot higher than last week is because the main character got a lot more nesos. See that? This is a 12 million difference. So if you remove this difference, it's the nesos are they the same. It's 16 million. If anything, overall I make less nesos, right? Because I added two characters of daily boss. I end up the same nesos. If I remove the main character, right? If you remove these main characters, they're both 18 million. Um, they're both like 15 million if you subtract both of these, right? It's and the reason why it's a lot less is because we're gonna put in the levels, right? You can see that across the levels, the lower level ones, I'm getting less nesos. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to claim this Dark Knight. Forgot to claim this one. I'm gonna skip this character in the future as well because I'm running out of slots. I already have a Dark Knight, so this one I'm gonna unlink and sell. So this is 800K. We'll add that to the spreadsheet. All right, 800K. So that's 800K. But we'll fit in these levels, and you guys can see like what's going on. I'm just gonna like call this 140 to make it easier on your eyes. So you guys see these have no isn't that much of a difference. That's because I started doing harder balls on marksman starting last week, and the one in yellow, that means I was leveling up leveling them up that week, so I was doing a lot of pigs or coffee machines, so that's why there's like Nisos. Um, but in terms of strictly bossing, right, it's they're about to even. That's because I'm doing higher level bosses. Pro gamers doesn't do bosses on harder bosses. They do weaker bosses. So you guys only lost daily Nisos on weaker bosses. The higher level bosses, they're still the same right now. The reason why it's the same is because they banned a lot of noob gamers. Noob gamers is the retards who watch TikTok videos and buy bots from like the Chinese, and these bots get them banned. So when they get banned, it bans their main account, which causes less clears on the higher level bosses. But when they get banned, it gets replaced by hackers. These Chinese hackers that hacks higher level daily bosses with very minimal account stats. So that's why like overall it's net zero on higher level daily bosses, but lower level daily bosses is an increase every day. So when they increase, right, there's more people doing raffles, right? That's why on my level 200 characters, you can see the Niso is like very there's no difference. But the lower level characters, you can see there's a decrease in Nisos just across right here. See, there's like a decrease. For the Aaron, orange means next week I'm not doing this anymore. So this is the last Aaron. And again, this is the Nisos that I did in total. And we could double check using the Daily Nisos website. See, it's right here, then here, then that, right? I think this is not up to date. I have like 31 million. It's either I forgot to mint one of the characters or this is now updated. Special thanks to our members for help making this video possible. Amy Chang, Insuperable, psoon, Koraje, akubryant, Monkz.